Okay, welcome to Chapter 3 of the Appointment Center Training. I wanted to start out to just say thank you. Thank you for your commitment to learning how we do it here at Fitch Construction and how we do the Appointment Center. We've talked about a lot already, and there's so much to know. And some people, you may have heard it said that, you may even know someone like this, that they float down the river, they float down the creek, and they bump into any old thing. And any old thing will do. And if something doesn't work out, then they float down the stream a little bit more. And maybe that position didn't work out so well, and they kind of bounce along in life. Those aren't the people that work here. The people that work here, we've actually stepped forward and we've committed to excellence. We've committed to knowing the Appointment Center. We've committed to knowing and being really genuinely interested in people and why they're calling here. That's really what this comes down to. It's not about the fundamental or the act of writing something down or going on to the CRM, the Customer Relation Management System. It's really about our commitment to knowing this stuff and really serving the customer the best. It's about them. It's not about us. What we're doing is we're not bouncing down when the call comes in, we'll answer it any old willy-nilly way. We're really committed to knowing and articulating and managing those customers so that we can serve them in truly the best fashion. And hey, if they don't want an appointment right now, maybe 2 months down the road they will. Maybe 2 years down the road they will. And if we do our professional job, because what are we? We are professionals. We're not just someone that mechanically answers the phone, "Thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio. How may I direct your call?" We are truly passionate about that voice on the other end and serving them best. So I would challenge you to know this and memorize this stuff and listen to this all over and over again. There's a lot of great things that I've learned, and to the point where this has become our foundation. This is the concrete footing that we are building the Appointment Center off of. Will there be different widgets here and there? Yes. Will someday this questionnaire be on Market Sharp or whatever CRM that we're using at the time? Yes, it will. Will you wear a headset so that your hands are free? Yes, that's coming. Will there be a new machinery, a new voice over IP phone system? Of course, that's coming. But for now, this is what we have, and this is good stuff. I mean, this is great machinery. But it really boils down to your commitment to answering that phone because you're a professional and answering it in this way. Some days you're going to feel good. Some days you're not going to feel so good. That being said, that's why we smile. And that's why we sit up straight. And those are some of the basic things that we do so that the caller can hear the smile, can hear the passion, can hear the fluctuation in our voice. So, that being said, what we want to get into and talk about today and in this chapter was our Market Sharp system. And we're just going to go on a very basic way. As far as I'll type into the system. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now, and then we'll come back and we're going to talk about the questionnaire. So this is the Market Sharp's. All of our data is kept in a cloud. So our customers, our prospects, they're all kept in a cloud. All of our data. And so Market Sharp is great because it works for people that we haven't sold to yet, which we would call them a prospect. It talks to people that we've set an appointment with, an actual lead. And then it's a great data system, Market Sharp, because it also allows production to enter in all their information as well. So maybe warranty on their sunroom or warranty on their skylight. The last time the customer called in, the production department can say, oh, I see that you called in last week, because that information is on the CRM. So Market Sharp, from soup to nuts, A to Z, is a great way to manage our prospects and customers and give them truly the best service. We have a monthly fee. We pay for this. It's an investment into our customers. So you'll see right here, it says, may not actually be easy to see, but it says login. So I'm going to log in right there. And then it comes up. Sometimes you have to add this in. It's memorized it from my computer that we are 3019. That is our company ID number. So you need to know our company ID is 3019. Then you're going to put in your username, and then you're going to put in your password. So let me see if I can remember mine. Let me see here, and there we are. So that should get us in. And just thinking about it, you get the little gears going, and so you enter into this dashboard. And for the most part, the dashboard is just how the company's doing with their overall leads. But let's say that you have someone on the phone, or you want to actually queue this up. So if there's not if, but when there's an inbound call, you already have this brought up. And let me see here. My eyes aren't exactly the best here. So you would click on contacts. So we have all of our contact information in there. And then right here it says add a new customer. So I'd like to see that in your, unless you're actually working on Market Sharp, maybe you're working with a phone list or maybe unsold leads. It's a very powerful program. Well, what we like about it is also it's very simple to use. We've used other software systems, other CRMs that are more difficult to use. So you might have this up on your screen so that you could put in first name, last name, address, city, zip code, phone number, and there's little drop downs. You can say, hey, this is their cell number or whatever. Pretty self-explanatory. All right, so we brought Market Sharp up. That's on our computer. That's on our desktop. So what is our introductory script? The phone rings, and we pick up the phone and we say, "Smile, thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio. How may I direct your call?" You know, body language. See my eyebrow go up a little bit. Those are people can hear that stuff on the. They can hear that stuff on the phone. So, how may I direct your call? Well, that person might say, "Well, I'm interested in a sunroom." So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now our questionnaire. What we've decided to do is that all of these questionnaires are going to be on a pad. So that we've had a problem with the questionnaires when they're at the desk, they can kind of flop over and we don't really see them. And let's face it, when the phone rings and you pick up the phone, "Thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio. How may I direct your call?" We're on air, right? We're live. You know, remember the radio room when they're on the live. You know, that's the time you're on, right? So that's the time that you have to do your utmost best. Because why? Because you're a professional. That's why you've committed to that. So we have sunroom questionnaires. We have a window and door questionnaire. We have room addition questionnaires. If someone says, "Hey, we're looking to add a bedroom," or "We're looking to expand our kitchen," you would want to use that. We do basement finishing. So someone, you might want to have a basement finishing questionnaire that you have to go to, as well as kitchen and bath remodeling. And then finally, skylights. So there's all these different, it'll be easier. We also talk about color coding these, but for now it's on white paper. And it's just a really great way The questionnaire makes the person working in the appointment center, the catcher, the surfer, the perennial, it makes them look like a professional. And that is very important. As you guys have learned from other chapters, a poorly set lead is sometimes worse than having no lead at all. So this is our way, right? This questionnaire is our way of actually making a great appointment. Okay, so actually a little thing too that we've done, we've developed this. This is like, say, the 6th generation questionnaire. We keep making it better and better. A little legal thing in the top, the leads, it says confidential property of Fitch Construction, and then the date that we revised this. These leads and the information on MarketSharp is the confidential property of Fitch Construction. We're not allowed to give leads or lists of leads out to anyone. Okay, so here's the sunroom questionnaire. Someone calls in and we pick up the phone. Thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio. How may I direct your call? I'm interested in a sunroom. Okay, well, my name is David Cerrone and I can help you with that. And your name, sir, is? Oh, my name is Bill Brown. Okay, Bill Brown. Okay, and Bill, just in case we get disconnected, the telephone number you're calling from is? So I'm going to write that number down. So notice when Bill was calling in and I was talking to him, I'm interested in a sunroom, I'm going for that pad. I'm going for that sunroom questionnaire right away. So the first question that we have is, so we've written his first and last name down, right? So I'm going to write it right down here that, hey, Bill Brown, he's our fictitious caller today, and he is from 585-723-1279. So I've written that number down, okay? And so now what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to ask Bill his address. I'm not going to ask him these bits of information down here. Why? The reason why is because we want to keep this about his sunroom that he wants. Right? That's the logic. The logic is, I'm Bill. So it says, are you the homeowner? I might say, Bill, are you the homeowner? And we would put right here in a square, yes, I am the homeowner. Okay, great. So we want to keep this about the sunroom. We want to keep this exciting. I don't want to say, and your email address is? Not at this point. We want to say, hey Bill, how would you like to use your sunroom? What he might say, well, we're going to use it as a workout room, or we're going to use it as a growing room, or we're going to use it as our new a hot tub or lap pool room. Okay, so then we can just simply check off these areas. Now, some callers you might ask that question, hey Bill, how would you like to use your new sunroom? And he might say, well, what do you mean? Oh, you could say, is it going to be a family room? Is it going to be an exercise room? A hot tub room? Just some people need to get started a little bit. So that's why we put these things here. Why are we asking these questions? Because if we speak their language, they're going to really they've called the right place. And that's our goal, right? We want to let that Bill Brown or that caller know you have called the right place and this is what we do here. So you kind of get the idea. Any affirmation or any reaffirmation, hey, Bill, you've called the right place. They say psychologically that people don't get their name spoken enough. So if I say Bill, we don't want to saturate it. However, we do want to use his name. So Bill, how would you be using your new sunroom? Oh, we're going to use it as a family room. Okay, great. Let me check. Can we check that out? And Bill, how many months of the year do you plan on using your new sunroom or your new space? So we might call it a sunroom. They might call it a patio room. They might call it a solarium. They might call it a conservatory. Whatever. When they start to use those words, those are the words that we use. So, and on our questionnaire it says, how many months of the year do you plan on using your sunroom or new space? There is no correct answer. It's all about Bill. So we might say, I don't know, 6 months. Okay. Then he might say, I don't know, in the summertime, in the spring. Okay, let me write that down. Great. So, Bill, is your sunroom going over an existing deck, or is it? Do you plan on a new foundation, or is it sunroom going underneath an existing roof? Just check off a box. It might change. We don't know. We don't even know if the deck qualifies for a new sunroom. We have to rebuild the deck, but at this point, everything is good. It's all emotional. It's all about Bill's new sunroom. Okay. Well, have you seen anything in the marketplace that you like? Yes or no? Have you seen anything in the marketplace you like? Now, why would we ask that question? Well, there's a couple different reasons we would ask that question. I want to see if they've done any homework. Have they done any research? I might want to say it might actually turn around. It might mean that they're already getting proposals and estimates and designs. That tells me how serious the customer is. So we boiled that down into a very simple thing of, have you seen anything in the marketplace that you like? And you're going to just say yes, no, or where have you seen it? Well, I saw something on the internet, or I saw something on Pinterest, or whatever. There's no wrong answer. Just write it down. Bill, do you have any designs or blueprints? If it's a new, and sometimes we have done sunrooms on new homes. So it's a brand new thing. Maybe they could email us the sunroom design on a CAD or on a PDF that their architect gave them. So just a simple yes or no. What is the timeline for starting this project? I don't know. Now some people might say, yeah, well, you're asking some questions I really don't know. We're hoping this year. Or you're starting to sound a little salesy. We don't even know if we're going to do it this year. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. However, some people would, well, we're going to be doing this in the next 2 months. We're going to be making our decision. We are doing this room. And my husband has been fighting me for the past 5 years, and we're doing it in the next month. So get your butt out here, and this is when we're doing it. So, okay, we want to write down that, you know, that passion, or or I've got to redo all the glass in this room. I mean, this sunroom is just too hot, and it's been up here for 20 years, and okay, so it's time. We want to write those answers down. Okay, so what is the timeline for the project? 2 to 4 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, 6 months, 1 year. All right, what is the style of your home? Is it a ranch, a colonial, a split level? It might be a manufactured home. By the way, we don't say trailers. We say manufactured home. I'm actually in New York State. I am registered to be able to work on manufactured homes. The town of Victor, you have to be registered to work on a manufactured home. And pre-building homes is here to stay. It's actually going to get more and more strong. So manufactured homes are important, and we want to know that. It might be a commercial property. It might be a restaurant or a building. We want to write that down. And then there's a little box for other as well. When was your home built? Is a very important question. As you know, we have to work lead safe. Anything built 1978 or earlier may have lead in the paint. So if that's the case, then we need to know, going to that site, that if we're awarded the work, that our men, our installers, our people have to work lead safe if they remove any parts of the existing building. So that's why we ask that. Some people may not know, and if they don't know, then write, I don't know. It's okay, or just a question mark would take care of that. Okay, so now we get into some of the questions. We kind of get into some of the thing that takes a bit of craft. Right now, these are very logical questions to answer, and the homeowners are oftentimes very willing to give us these things. So, they've said, well, my house was built in 1978. Great. And so, it's your ability to keep them motivated and positive. That is the real craft of the business, and that's what we want to do. So, Bill, besides yourself, are there any other homeowners or decision makers? I was just on a call yesterday where I met with the man of the house, and the woman of the house was not there, and this was his project. And so when we go on a call like that, a little vocabulary that you're going to hear is, well, that was a one-legger. Only one decision maker was there at the meeting. So it was, if a salesperson goes to present the price, what's he going to do? Well, I got to check with my wife, right? Or if I'm meeting with the wife, well, I got to check with my husband. That used to be, we really try to have all homeowners there, all decision makers. And by the way, it may be a son or a daughter. It may be that, hey, they're designing, part of the sunroom is going to be a playroom or an art studio or something. So in that case, the son or the daughter would be a decision maker. We want to have them there at that meeting. Okay, so beside yourself, Bill, would be a great way to keep them going in the conversation. Beside yourself, Bill, are there any other homeowners or decision makers? Yes? No? If yes, and their name is? Raise the voice a little bit. And their name is? Their name is Amy. Oh, okay, great. All right, great. And look at that. We can put great, exclamation point. Great. Because now we just met another person that we get to serve. Right? It comes back in. It's our fabric. Now I'm meeting with Bill and Amy, our fictitious people that have called in. We have their number, and we have we've just met another person. So, and their telephone number. Okay, so now we get a little bit marketing. So beside yourself, are there any other homeowners or decision makers? Yes or no? What their name is? Great. And how did you hear about Fitch Construction? Or you might say, how did you hear about Fitch Sunrooms? Or if it's a skylight call, how did you hear about Fitch Window, Door, and Skylights? That's acceptable. Because when they, again, we want to reassure them and reaffirm them that they've called the right place. So how did you hear about Fitch Sunrooms and Outdoor Living? And we might even nod while we're on the phone. Because we're that much into it, we want to make sure that we just let them know that, wow, they're really taking care of my needs, my call. I'm getting way too much information, which is great. And the guy was really concerned to give me, or the gal, the appointment center, the catcher, the surfer, the perennial appointment center person really is a pro. So here's that thing, that commitment to that just kind of comes out. Okay, so this is a thing that we really need, the salesperson, the designer. So we teach our sunroom and deck people to be their designers. They're offering the latest products, the latest designs that work on people's homes. Fitch Construction is a 31-year-old company. In 31 years, don't you think we've learned how to do a sunroom and how not to do a sunroom? And so we teach our designers how to do that. All right, so we get back to our script, to our questionnaire. So, how did you hear about Fitch Construction? You write down whatever they tell you. They may say whatever, but you're just going to write that down. Hey, I saw you guys at the last home show. Oh, really? Great. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Great. We're going to write that down, home show. Do you remember what home show it was? Oh, yeah, it was Remodel Rama. Oh, okay. The one you guys just had with the windstorm. Yeah, that one. Okay. Write down. We want to know because, we were capturing information to see, how many actual leads and appointments we're going on. Is that a good return on our investment? So that's a marketing question. How did you hear about Fitch Construction? They might say, you just did my next door neighbor's sunroom, or you just did my next door neighbor's skylight, and I saw your job sign. So we'd want to write that information down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the bottom straight through, and so she can kind of see how this goes along. And typically also I would probably I would have it propped up just so that I can read it and be ready to write too. So Bill, our sunroom and outdoor living designers are factory trained in doing digital renderings, digital drawings. It's really a fun design meeting too. We will be in your area either Monday at 2 or Wednesday at 3. Which day works best for you guys? Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to write that down. You know, the design meeting takes about 60 to 90 minutes. It really depends how many questions you guys have. Just to be on the safe side, I would set aside about 2 hours. Okay? Great. Thanks, Bill. All we ask is that all decision makers be at that design meeting. You know, people that want to pick out colors, you can ad-lib a little bit here. But at some point, we're justifying why we're having them set aside a couple hours. And we're giving them a free design rendering of their sunroom on their home. Okay, so we've written that down, and now we come to the last section of this questionnaire. It's right at the bottom. So what we want to do is A, summarize the contact information, B, is there anything else that I can help you with, and then C, we want to say a farewell, a powerful farewell, a great farewell. So by saying summarize the contact information, okay, Bill, well, let me just summarize the contact information we have for you. I have Bill and Amy Brown, and your home number is area code 585, of course, 723-1279, and you've given me a cell phone number of 585-333-1279, right? Yep, okay. And we have you at, the address is 123 Main Street, and that's in Fairport, New York, 14450. The color of your house is red, and the nearest side street is anything street. Okay, great. And your email address is? Oh, we never got your email. Yeah, and your email address is, Bill? Now, some people are thinking that they're going to get spammed or whatever, and they may be reluctant to give you the email address. However, we really want their email address. Why? Because we send out coupons, okay? We send out newsletters, and if they say, I don't want to give you my email address, then that's okay. Then just say, you know, no problem, Bill. I mean, you're going to miss out on a $500 coupon, but listen, no problem. Once we've earned your trust, I'm certainly sure you want to get set up with our giving us your email address. But I understand. So we've summarized that information. That's the time to get the last name spelling and the first name spelling of their names and the street. That's the time to articulate that and read it back to them. That's the time to make. Some people have very difficult names to write down. When you're writing their name down, just initially when you're saying, you know, thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio, how may I direct your call? Yeah, I'm interested in the sunroom. Okay, well, my name is David Cerrone, and I can help you with that. And your name is? Well, my name is Bill. And Bill, your last name is Brzezinski. We would just write Brzezinski down as it sounds, as they call phonetically. Right? We're just going to write that down. When we're summarizing a call, that's the time we go back in and we verify the spelling of their name. Okay? So when it's all emotional, it's fun, and as we get down, it becomes more logical. That's the process. All right. We've summarized their call, or that we've summarized their information. We have 2 telephone numbers. We have an email address. Hopefully, we've read that email address back to them, so it's articulated. And we put this in yellow because sometimes people like, oh, there was something else that I forgot to ask you. In modern call centers or appointment centers, it's also a great way to show good service by saying or asking, Bill, is there anything else that I can help you with? Just to make sure that they truly, you know, I did want to talk to someone. We do have a window that's leaking, or we do have a door. Do you guys do that too? Oh yes, you know, we specialize in Anderson windows and Windcore windows, and we've got a bunch, and Sunrise windows. We've got a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to make a note in my notes section that you have a leaky window, okay? We're going to repeat it again. Bill, is there anything else that I can help you with now? No, that'll be it. So what I should really be doing is using my phone as a prop, because this is what you guys will be using in the appointment center. Is there anything else, Bill, that I can help you with? Nope, that's it. Okay, great. We'll look forward to seeing you Monday at 2 o'clock. Thanks. Goodbye. And we let them hang the phone up, then we press the button down. Okay? This is extremely important. If I were to do, and I'm going to exaggerate for a second. So I've got Bill, I've just summarized his contact information. Bill, is there anything else that I can help you with? Raised eyebrows, receiving, ready. I'm a servant, to Bill. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Nope, that's it. Okay, great. Well, we'll see you Monday at 2 o'clock. Goodbye. Did I make my point? The last thing that they heard was that cradle being crashed down into the phone. All right, we do not want to do that ever, ever, ever. If it's a nasty bill collector, if it's a solicitor calling the Fitch office, which happens a lot, we always want to give people a great lasting impression. So it would sound something like this. Okay, Bill, so we've summarized your information, we've got everything great. Is there anything else I can help you with? No? Okay, well, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you Monday at 2 o'clock. Great, have a great day. Goodbye. We wait for them to hang up, they've hung up, and we press the button. We're done. Now we can enter the information into Market Sharp and all the information which takes you right through it. But I want to make that a big point that we never ever just slam the phone down to the cradle, that we want to make sure we give them a great lasting impression of us. Alright, so that is a good place for me to stop Chapter 3. We've gone over a lot of great information. We've got your feet wet with Market Sharp a little bit. We've talked about our different questionnaires. In Chapter 4, maybe we'll pick on something else. We'll pick on a different questionnaire to go over, just so that you can get familiar with it. One of the things that we have done before we close this chapter out is sometimes, two different things. Sometimes people call in and they have an existing sunroom. Well, look at this. We've thought about that too. So on the back side of this is sunroom service. And we go through, it's the same information we're putting in. They may already be in our data system, but that's the key thing with sunroom service that we want to determine. As I've said, Fitch has been in business for over 31 years. We bought out an existing sunroom business that was in business prior to that for 20 years here in Rochester. So we have a lot of information. Some rooms we've built, many rooms we have not built. We service them all. And we look at sunroom service as a lead. Okay? It's someone that we can help. And typically, once we have that lead, they probably need something else too. They probably need new windows. They probably need a deck resurfaced. They may need some other things, so we can truly help with that. That's what this does, this sunroom service. You may call in. Thank you for calling the Fitch Design Studio. How may I direct your call? Yes, well, I've got a leaky sunroom. Well, my name is David Cerrone, and I can help you with that. And your name is? Well, my name is Bill Brown. And Bill, just in case we get disconnected, the telephone number we're calling from is... Okay, 120. Okay, great. We've written that down. So, Bill, you need sunroom service. And then while they're saying sunroom service, and I'm going through my script, which I can tell I know rote. I've memorized it just like I can breathe without thinking about it. I can go through the script without thinking about it. That is so important. Now I ask this key question. Bill, did Fitch Construction or Four Seasons Sunroom build a sunroom? If yes, we're going to write the year down. If no, maybe they're not sure. These questions help to answer those key things. Did the sunroom come with the house, or did you have it added on? So you may have purchased the house and you realize that now the sunroom needs service, and that's why you're calling. What is the problem you're experiencing with your sunroom? We do not want to say or enter ideas. Let them say it. It's people talk. It's not our talk. It's how they talk. So what is the problem you're experiencing with your sunroom? It may be whatever reason. We're going to write that down. And I'm not even going to bring up ideas because we don't want to say, is the sunroom leaking? Is the glass fog? I can't open the windows or whatever. We just want to write down whatever they say. If the sunroom came with the house, do you know the names of the original owners? Because we may have those original owners in our data system. So we're not putting in double information into Market Sharp, and we can quickly get to the information, again, to best serve our customer. Do you know who built the sunroom? Yes or no? Is this an insurance quote? Yes or no? And if so, well, they become a decision maker, right? They're the ones with the money. So we want to write down the claim number and the agent and their telephone number so that we can best, if we're going to be getting quotes, well, the insurance person's going to want to get a quote too. Okay. When was the last time the sunroom was serviced? I don't know. Or you guys were just here last year. Okay, great. Then we want to write that down. Do you see a logo on the glass or any of the framework? Yes, I see it says patio enclosures. Okay, great. Then we want to write that down. Do you see any fogged or broken panels? Yes or no? If yes, which ones? And do you know the approximate size of the sunroom? Want to write that down. Some people are very good with the dimensions. Some people get very intimidated by measuring and dimensions. And there's another question on here. How many bays are there? How many glass bays do you see in the sunroom? Are you able to email or text any digital pictures? If yes, and actually the future of this questionnaire, there'll actually be our text number that they can send to or an email address that they can send to. They can send to your email address, your company Fitch email address. What is the condition of the operable windows and doors? Poor, fair, good, or excellent? So then we would do the same thing. We would go back into our bottom paragraph at the bottom here and just say, our sunroom and living designers, or our sunroom and outdoor living designers are factory trained in doing digital drawings. It's a really fun design meeting. We will be in your area either Monday at 2 or Wednesday at 3. Which date works best for you guys? And we just go through that. We summarize the contact information. Is there anything else that you're thinking about on your home? Is there anything else I can help you with today? Okay, great. We'll see you then. And then what do? We say thanks, goodbye. We let them hang up, and then we press the button. And we give them a great, lasting impression of our company. So pretty much that's it. This completes chapter 3. We've introduced you to Market Sharp. We've talked about the questionnaires. We've talked about some good etiquette on the phone. And thank you, and thanks for implementing this into your daily, what you do daily for us.